So, some Colorado men were at a gravesite in a cemetery celebrating a friend who had passed away. It was that friend's birthday when a fellow mourner shot and killed another because the victim stated that he had to vomit or was going to vomit on a nearby grave. Can't make this stuff up. 22-year-old Ryan Trujillo Falcon faces charges of first-degree murder, assault, and unlawfully carrying a concealed weapon in connection to the death of 20-year-old Gianno Eugene Chavez. Reportedly, they were known to each other, and the two of them went with a group of people to the gravesite of someone that they knew. It was said that the person who was deceased had just had a birthday. So the shooting happened on Saturday, August 16th at Crown Hill Cemetery in Wheat Ridge just before 11 p.m., which was said to be way after the cemetery closed. The suspect and victim were among a group of mourners who said to have gathered to celebrate the birthday of a friend who had died. That friend died because they were shot and killed 2 years ago, reportedly, and they were buried in this cemetery. Well, as they were all gathered around this deceased friend's grave, Gianno told Ryan that he was starting to get sick and needed to throw up. Ryan then told him, Gianno, to go to the street if he was going to be sick, but Gianno refused and said he was going to vomit on the grave right next to him. Gianno is on the top picture and Ryan's the bottom. So an argument then began between them and a woman who was also at the cemetery with them. The fight then escalated when Ryan pulled out a gun from his waistband. He then struck the woman in the head with the butt of the gun, then fired a shot at Gianno and hit him in the chest. Reportedly, Ryan then hid the gun by a tree and hid in the cemetery until authorities arrived, and they then arrested him after a search of the cemetery grounds. Gianno ended up dying at a local hospital. The woman who was struck by the butt of the gun was treated for non-life-threatening injuries at the hospital and then released. Ryan later admitted to shooting Gianno. He also admitted that he did not have a permit to carry a concealed weapon and said he started to carry after the deceased friend they were visiting was shot 2 years ago. There is a GoFundMe for Gianno if you're interested in donating, and his brother stated that his life was taken by someone he called a friend. He stated that Gianno was a great person who would give you the shirt off his back with no questions asked. He was reportedly a talented artist with a passion for music, and he had just recently graduated. And it was said all of his loved ones are extremely heartbroken and shocked, and I can imagine. Now, I will say this. I don't believe it is right to throw up on a grave. Do it on the grass or somewhere else, but not right on top of the grave. But sometimes you just can't help where you aim. I know that too. But however, this is in no way a reason to shoot somebody. So that's just crazy. How ironic that somebody was shot while they were visiting the grave of somebody who also was shot and taken by gun violence. Prayers go out to all who knew and loved Gianno. For more true crime, be sure to give me a follow and visit my website at www.truecrimewithmegan.com.